Yeah, hi peeps. I'm talking again about Sandy Hills and the other massacres that happened in schools, colleges around America. I've just seen the guy on hardball. Fucking hell, what's his fucking name? Chris Matthews ask. I don't know, I think he was some kind of specialist police officer who works in the community with schools and stuff like that to help protect them, you know. And I asked him, what is there between a shooter like this who walks into school with murder in his mind? What is there between, you know, across America now, and all the schools that haven't had a shooting yet, you know, and all the schools that have but have recovered from them? What is there between that school and the pupils, the children, the teachers, the administrators? What's between them and another person tomorrow walking into school similarly armed with, you know, a couple of Glocks and automatic, military rifle, and shooting another 20 kids and 6 teachers? What is there between it? And the guy says, well, we live in hard times, we've got to be more observant, we've got to realise that the world's a dangerous place and try to be more aware and watch out. And Chris Matthews asked him, do you think that maybe the administrators or some designated administrative staff should be trained in firearms and have like a locked armed cupboard for when something like this happens, they can go and get those arms and go and defend the teachers and children in the school? And he said, certainly not. This guy said, certainly not. We can't go down that road. And I was just thinking, well, you've been at war for like fucking hell the last 14 fucking years in America. You get hundreds of unemployed, well-trained soldiers just returned from Iraq. Many just returned from Afghanistan. They're going to be unemployed. Why don't you hire 2 for every school? Why doesn't the government, rather than pay a private army like Blackwater to go and protect the schools, why don't you employ all these unemployed soldiers coming back from military zones where they've been used to policing? Because that's what they've done. It's been a policing job they've done. They've been protecting areas in foreign lands. Why don't you hire these soldiers to protect your schools and your universities and your colleges? 2 per school, college, university. Their job is to watch out on the sit in a room with CCTV cameras that scan the place, ready on alert whenever the school is open for it, and it's full of students and teachers, for people coming onto campus who look weird or are carrying firearms, and their job is to go out there and shoot that fucker. It would certainly give a lot of employment for returning soldiers who are well equipped, well armed, well trained. And I think some of these idiots who want to walk onto a school and shoot people would maybe think twice about doing it if they knew that every school had 2 well-trained vets who had just come back from Iraq, Afghanistan, and had some automatic weapons themselves to shoot the fuckers, Maybe America should go down that road. If you're not going to say to people we're going to check and make sure you should have the right to have a gun, if you're not going to restrict the rights of people to own guns, if any crazy person can get a hold of a gun, maybe you should start putting people in place to protect your schools, your post offices, and your banks, Cops don't seem able to do it. Campus cops don't seem able to do it. But you've got like 1 million vets over the last 10 years. Surely 2 per school, college and university isn't too much to ask. And the government could pay that money, but it would be a boost to the economy. It would certainly get 1 million people, maybe even 2 million people off the dole. And it might actually go some way to stopping these atrocities happening in your schools and colleges and universities. And I'm just saying, if you can't restrict guns, you can't do anything about gun control, maybe you have to do something about the places where these guns are being used violently against the population of your country. If you won't harm the teachers and the administrators, if the campus cops can't do the job, maybe hire a few vets on every campus. And maybe they would have to be swapped around and go back to the army for 6 weeks every year to get retrained and keep them up sharp on their ability to do the job. So they'd be almost like reservists, still in the army but working for the people of America in the schools, colleges and universities, paid by the government to protect your schools, colleges and universities. And a pool of soldiers who, if you were ever attacked or needed to pull them out of the schools in order to go and invade another country somewhere, like Syria or Iran, well, you would have a well-trained army and ready to just say, come and get on the boat, you're going overseas. I'm just saying, it's an idea for America. It's not an idea that would work anywhere else in the world, but it might just work in America to stop these kinds of massacres happening in the schools, colleges and universities. That's all you've got.